Hey guys, what's going on? It's Luis J Customs. We're here this morning working on a 2018 Malibu. This is going to be the LS1 LS version of it. Today we're going to be doing our Bose harness install on it. We're going to have to run some power cable. We're going to be doing some 4-gauge. We're going to go ahead and go from the battery here. We're going to grommet it all. We're going to run it across the top, and then we're going to go into this wiring boot here that goes into the cab right behind the cabin air filter. It's going to come out right back here, so we're going to go ahead and run it that way. We're going to pull up all the door panels, obviously A pillar, B pillar, C pillar. We're going to be coming through, and then we're going to fish it through right behind the seat. We're going to fish it through and into the trunk space. The customer had already had somebody hook in some Memphis door speakers for him. Obviously, he didn't like the work. They butchered up his harness. So at this point, they've now voided his warranty for this. This is not a Bose amp. A lot of these vehicles, GM now is trying to do kind of like their own proprietary amplifiers to come with the vehicles. Fortunately, our Bose harness will work for this, so we're going to be doing that. We'll be showing you guys how all that stuff works, and hopefully you guys get some knowledge out of this. We'll try to make a little bit better videos. I know the past videos we do a lot of kind of like selling the harnesses. On this one, we're going to try to help you guys out a bit and show you kind of more of what we do using our harnesses. So we're going to be doing this Memphis. We're not very familiar with Memphis. This is something that the customer brought to us. This looks like a SRX 1200 one, and then he's got another one that's a 4-channel. Basically what we're going to do here is we're going to create an ABS custom bracket mount. So the 4-channel is going to go up there, and then his mono is going to go here. Distribution from the power bar. And then we're going to go with our custom harness to an L.C 7i, and then that's going to obviously give us our channels for his amplifiers, and then back obviously into the doors using the OEM wiring, because he's going to stay at about 75 watts, so we'll be good and safe on that one. Anyways, we'll come back when we're probably about halfway done, and then when we're done with it, we'll show you guys how it all works. The intent behind this is obviously to go ahead and keep the factory screen. That's the big goal, especially nowadays the vehicles come with such nice screens. So we'll see you guys back in a bit. This is the wiring harness boot that we're going to go through. There's a secondary wiring harness that's located back there. You can see it. It's right below that tag in reference to the video. And basically this one right here goes right behind the cab filter. Be very careful with it. You're going to need a pretty big knife. This one has 3 layers, so it's a 3-layer boot. You have your first layer, and then you have a second layer boot, and then behind it you have the opposite side of it, so that'd be your 3rd layer. So just be careful. And this thing doesn't want to focus. So just be careful when you're going through it. You only have a couple wires through it, but you know, you really don't want to be having to splice in that position. Back here, we went ahead and there's this thing's a pain in the ass to like take off. It's got 2 clips on the side. It's got a clip right here on the side, and it's got another clip right here on the side. It slides back. You're gonna have to move this BCM. It's got a 10mm bolt here you can take off. So we basically, that's where we tapped in. You don't want to tap in. This is like, let's say this is power in, this is power out. You do not want to tap in to these bolts here, because those are after your fuses. You never want to do that, because if your amp blows before the inline fuse blows, you're going to be replacing this entire thing. Like, they don't sell these individuals. This, you'd be replacing this entire thing. You don't want to do that. So we ran the cable through here. We went up this way. We're going to have a 200 amp fuse here, and then we ran across. We like to drill holes in the plastic, and we go ahead and we put these zip tie taps in, and then that runs through, and then that runs into the grommet back there, and then we'll go ahead and we'll use some all-weather tape that's going to go in the back and block that up. So once we get that done, like we said, we're going to come out over here on this side, and we came up underneath that, and we're going to run. We came up behind the glove box here. Sorry about that. And then we're going to run it obviously this way through the channel. We'll put the plastic cover on that, and then that runs all the way. Remember, guys, to zip tie it, be mindful of where the bolts and the tabs and everything clips in, so you're not pinching anything. This customer had already run speaker wire. It was kind of laying around, so we just went ahead and zip tied it with our stuff. So again, we go through, and then there's a big hole back here. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Probably not. It's a good size hole there. You can fit everything through. So we'll probably put a piece of loom on there so it's not rubbing on the metal. And then we're coming through, and we're bridging the power wire through there, coming out the side for our rack mount, or for our mount, for our amp mount there. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna fix this mess here. All right, guys, so we're back here. We're in the back. As you can see, we went ahead and repaired the cable here. Oh, we got a little bit of tape there. So we went ahead and repaired the cable here back to factory OEM. We even loomed it with the high temp testa tape. So, you know, this way this customer takes it back to the dealership, there's no problem. We went ahead and resoldered. We made up for the wire that they cut out. We resoldered it. We fixed it. Here's our loop harness. We're going to go over that for this vehicle. This vehicle is a little special with this amplifier. It's not a Bose. Again, this is not a Bose amplifier. So this amplifier only supports the rear doors, the front woofers, and that's really it. It really doesn't support much other than that. It doesn't power the tweets, so there is no wire for the tweeters that goes from here to the back. So in order to power up your tweeters, if you're going to do a crossover, or if you even care, a lot of people don't, you're going to have to run power wire from the tweeters to the back, and then you're going to have to tie it into your crossovers. So we went ahead and we went with some Stinger 4000 series. We did a 4-channel for the 4-channel, and then we did a 2-channel for the mono amp. We got the L.C. with the high level coming in from the harness. So this harness will plug into this amp. It's going to steal the signal. We'll put it into the L.C. The L.C. is going to go through RCAs. The RCAs are going to come around. We went ahead and we routed them here through this back part where the latch is for the door, for the trunk door. And then we went ahead and we went into the amps. So this is the ABS amp mount that we have for this vehicle. Sorry about all the moving here, guys. So we went ahead and we zip tied everything. We loomed everything. Everything goes up, and then it splits off. We have the battery cable again. We loomed it. Battery cable comes in, and then, you know, everything's pretty much ready to go signal. So then what will happen in the loop harness is gonna, you know, it goes into the L7i, RCAs to your amps, and then you're gonna have the speaker output. This is part of the harness. This is gonna come back through here, back through here, and it's gonna go, the green and the purple, which are for the rear doors, are just gonna go back into the harness because they're gonna be direct back into the system to keep the OEM wiring. And then as far as the front doors go, here's the input for the front doors coming from the amplifiers. And then what we're gonna do is we have the harness here. So this is gonna be wired to the woofer output of the crossovers, and it'll go to the front doors. And then obviously we're gonna wire in the speaker wire that we ran to the tweeters, and that's it. That's all we have to do. So real basic. Again, you know, the harness kind of helps keep everything factory, keeps everything in the back. We don't have to run anything else from the front except the speaker wire lead, the leads, and the power cable for the amplifier. So I'm going to go ahead and wire this up, and we'll be right back. Guys, so something I wanted to point out before we went to the back, and I'm already done with the wiring. But this vehicle, as you can see, we got a couple microphones here. We got one right behind the handle right there, and then we have another one up here. Those are not for the Bluetooth. Those are ANC microphones, and those microphones obviously will interfere with your subwoofer when you put it in. So you do want to check for that. Now we do have our ANC bypass harness here, so we're going to go ahead and plug that in right now. That's an option when you purchase any of our harnesses where we might have ANC systems in the vehicles. So we're going to go ahead and plug that in real quick if I can get my hands to line up. Okay, cool. So that one's up and out of the way. And then the other thing that we're going to do is obviously we're going to go ahead and plug in our main harness. So our main harness, you're going to go ahead and pull this red tab out, and you're going to press the button in there with your thumb. You're going to pull out. Same thing with this other one. You're going to pull out. Then you're going to grab our harness, and of course everything is keyed, so it's going to get plugged in. And then we're going to plug this one in. This one's a little bit tougher because of the way that you got to line it up here. Come on. Give me 1 second here, guys. Hold that for me there. Thank you, sir. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hook up to that one. And then we'll lock it. And then we'll go ahead and hook up to this one. and then we'll lock it. Okay, so we're good. You can then zip tie this up. I mean, you can do whatever you want to it. It's out of the way. We went ahead already and zip tied it. We went ahead and already phased everything out and checked to make sure that everything was wired right. So we went ahead and wired up the crossovers. And now we'll go ahead and turn the car on and watch it turn on. So will you do the honors? All right, go ahead. So you can see that the car turned on, audio control turned on, saw the signal, and the amps are on. Go ahead, turn it up.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need.
Go up.
Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Experience Dell Cinema technology on the Dell XPS 13, a laptop for people who never say no to one more episode.
All right, go ahead, turn down.
I'm calling about my dinner reservation at 7. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. So like always, we should have these up on the website probably in about a day or two. You know, we sell just the T harnesses if you guys just want to do an LC7i. We sell just the loop harnesses if you guys want to go ahead and do, you know, just a loop harness. So you guys do something kind of like what we did here where you're going to add multiple amps. You know, whatever you guys want, we make it. Visit our website, lljcustoms.com. Reach out to us, 602-320-7004. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We do giveaways. Sometimes we do amps. Sometimes we do RCA cables. Sometimes we do Stinger, Memphis kits. So remember, stay contacted with us. We're here to help you guys. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. We also are going to start carrying the Q-bomb boxes. This is what's going to be going on in this vehicle with a pair of DDs. So let us know if we can help you out. Let us know what we can do for you. Have a good day. Thank you.